According to Tim Cook, technology is the driving force behind innovation and it has the power to change the world. In this video presentation, we will explore the historical milestone and antecedents in the science and technologies that pave the way for the presence of advanced and sophisticated innovations. We can learn how past societies, systems, ideologies, governments, cultures, and technologies were built, how they are operated, and how they have been changed.
During ancient civilization, there are technological advancements, innovations created. First is the wheel. The wheel remains one of the humanity's greatest inventions. So many advancements can be tracked back to that first step, inventing the wheel and learning how to use it. That is impossible to imagine the world without the wheel. Second is the calendar. The invention of the calendar as a method of timekeeping is another example of world-altering ancient technology. Calendars are likely even older than writing itself. Hunters in the early days tracked the phases of the moon, and the first calendar were lunar and solar. Third is the compass. Inventing the compass greatly contributed to humanity's exploration of our planet. Without it, many great explorers would be lost, and the connection made through this exploration would never come to be. Fourth is the clock. The invention of the mechanical clock was monumental. Devices that could help tell the time have been in use for thousands of years, but it was the Sumerians in 2000 BC who invented the 60 minutes, the 60-second system we use to this day. Early clock tracked the movement of the sun or water to roughly tell the time. Fifth is the paper. The invention of paper was definitely a big deal that changed the world. Scientists and archaeologists estimate that the first use of paper was as early as 300 BC. Ancient Egyptians utilized the pitch of the paper root plant to create paper. Sixth is the printing press. The printing press is much more modern invention dating back to 1436 AC when Johannes Gutenberg, a German goldsmith, invented the machine. However, the art of printing was already present before that. And lastly is the concreter. Concrete came to be with the invention of cement back in 3000 BC in ancient Egypt. Ancient Greek and Romans also used a form of concrete made of aluminum and silica mixtures.
Ancient inventions can be groundbreaking. They give us more insight into past cultures, people, and technology. Sporadically, researchers find inventions that seem way ahead of their time, with a few of them almost impossible to recreate even with our modern technology. During the growth of ancient civilization, ancient technology was the result from advancement in engineering in ancient times. This advancement in the history of technology stimulated society to adopt new ways of living and governance. During ancient civilization, there are technological advancement and innovation created. The wheel, the calendar, the compass, clock, paper, printing press, concreter, and the Antikythera mechanism.
Thales was a philosopher, a mathematician and astronomer, and has known many contributions in the field of mathematics. He has also credited the discovery of several important geometric principles. Related theorems state that base angles, celestial angles are equal. Thales is also have calculated the highest of pyramids and the distance of shape from the shore using similar principles. Thales was also important figures in the field of astronomy. He said that half prediction of solar eclipse occurred in 585 BCE, which helped establish the importance of scientific observation and predictions. The study of natural world. He believed that the universe was governed by natural laws, and these laws will be understood and predict through careful observation and inquiry. Thales is also said to have believed that water was the fundamental of substance from which other things were derived. Thales said these about the fundamental natures of the universe were highly influential. This also emphasizes the importance of natural laws and empirical observation, water, irrigation, agricultures, using knowledge in geometric astronomy to improve cities' water supplies and increase crops. Pythagoras. He often discusses prediction development and political and philosophical purpose known as Pythagoreanism. Purpose of Pythagoras is often described as the first pure mathematician in areas of mathematics. He studied and marked the difference between even and odd numbers, squares, and prime numbers. Although this is a theorem discovered by the Babylonians, Pythagoras was the first proof of it. Pythagoras made a breakthrough as a scientific thinking. He considered the earth as spheres which circle the center of the universe. Regarding the music, his concepts were fundamental pillars in the Greek harmonizations, and another one used nowadays as Pythagorean tuning one. Logic to biology to ethics and aesthetics. He believes that knowledge should be derived from observation and investigation of the natural world. His curiosity about the things work lead him to discover the lot from how chicks grow in an egg to how animals reproduce. He describes rainbows, winds, earthquakes. Aristotle, writing covers many subjects including physics, biology, zoology, metaphysics, logic, ethics, music, and rhetoric, psychology, and meteorology, and others. Aristotle believed that to understand the universe you have to observe it and measure it, and this is the modern
Thales as the first person to investigate the basic principles, the question of originating substances of matter. Thales was interested in almost everything, investigating almost all areas of knowledge, philosophy, history, science, mathematics, engineering, geography, and politics. He founded the Milesian School of Natural Philosophy, developed the science method, and initiated the first Western Enlightenment. Many anecdotes are closely connected to Thales' investigation of the cosmos. Pythagoras was a Greek philosopher who made important developments in mathematics, astronomy, and the theory of music. The theorem, now known as Pythagoras' theorem, was known for the Babylonians 1,000 years earlier, but he may have been the first to prove it. Aristotle, regarded as the father of science, was the first to realize the importance of empirical measurement, believing that knowledge could only be gained by building upon what is already known. Measurement and observation, the foundations upon which science is built, were Aristotle's contribution. He proposed the idea of induction as a tool for gaining knowledge, and understood the abstract thought and reasoning must be supported by real-world findings. To study the natural world, he scrutinized over 500 species, and in a treatise about politics, he studied the constitution of 158 Greek city-states, a mammoth undertaking and a direct contrast to Plato, whose idea of a perfect republic was based upon his idea of perfection rather than upon existing systems.
The House of Wisdom in Baghdad and their contributions in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. The House of Wisdom, also known as the Grand Library of Baghdad, was a major passive public academy and intellectual center in Baghdad and one of the world's largest public libraries during the Islamic Golden Age. Baghdad's House of Wisdom important in history because it preserved the knowledge and heritage of the ancient civilization, and it contributed to the remarkable and unprecedented discovery that the Western civilization have utilized to thrive. Mathematics were introduced into Muslim culture through the Holy Quran, where complex rules of inheritance are outlined. The cultural awakening in the Islamic world took place during the second half of the 18th century, which undoubtedly saved the ancient sciences being lost forever. Their contribution to mathematics. Muslim mathematicians invented the present arithmetical decimal system and the fundamental operations connected with addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, raising to a power, and extracting the square root and the cubic root. Islamic scientists in the 10th century were involved with three major mathematical projects: the complexion of arithmetic, algorithms, the development of algebra, and the extension of geometry. In astronomy, between the 8th and 15th century, Islamic astronomers produced a wealth of sophisticated astronomical work. Largely through the Ptolemaic power, they improved and and refined the colonial system, compiled better tables and diverse instruments that improved their ability to make observations. Al-Battani made some of the most accurate observations in the annals of Islamic astronomy. He discovered the increase of the sun's apogee since the time of Ptolemy, which led to the discovery of the motion of the solar site in medicine. Early Arabs also contributed to the diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of diseases such as smallpox and measles. And Muslim doctors were the first to incorporate surgery, then a separate discipline, into the study of medicine.
Science in the medieval Islamic world was decised, developed, and practiced during the Islamic Golden Age under the Umayyads of Cordoba, the Abbasids of Seville, the Samanids, the Zayurids, the Buyids in Persia, the Abbasid Caliphate and Bihad, spanning the period roughly between 786 and 1258. Islamic scientific achievements encompass a wide range of subject areas, especially astronomy, mathematics, and medicine. Other subjects of scientific inquiry included alchemy and chemistry, botany and agronomy, geography and cartography, ophthalmology, pharmacology, physics, and zoology. Medieval Islamic science and practice purposes, as well as the goal of understanding.
The Renaissance and the scientific revolutions were responsible for the introductions of ideas such as heliocentric solar system and laws of planetary motion. The scientific revolution was a series of events that marked the emergence of modern science during the early modern period, when developments in mathematics, physics, astronomy, biology, and chemistry transformed the views of society about nature. The Copernican revolutions, or the paradigm, shift from the Ptolemaic model of the heavens of the heliocentric model with the suns at the centers of the solar system, began with the publications of Copernicus De Revolutionibus Orbium Coelestium and ended with Newton's work over a century later. The contributions of the three highly important scientists from the era of the Renaissance and the scientific revolutions were Nicholas Copernicus Galileo Galilei and Johannes Kepler.
Nicholas Copernicus, 1473 to 1543, was a Renaissance polymath responsible for what some have called the Copernican revolution. One of the most important contributions of Copernicus was to the field of astronomy. Copernicus placed the sun at the center of the universe rather than the earth, which has the prevailing view at that time. Galileo Galilei, 1564 to 1642, was an Italian astronomer, physicist, and mathematician who is widely regarded as the father of modern science. He made significant contribution to the field of astronomy, physics, and mathematics, and is best known for his work in support of the heliocentric model of the solar system. Johannes Kepler, 1571 to 1630, was a German mathematician, astronomer, and astrologer who is best known for his laws of planetary motion. Kepler's law describe the motion of the planets around the sun, and are considered the best of the most important contributions to astronomy in the scientific revolution.
The Industrial Revolution was a transition from creating by hand using machines. Modern technology are modern products, services, and infrastructure that are designed and built using knowledge and engineering. The impact of Industrial Revolution on science and technology marked a transition from an agrarian society to one dominated by machinery, factories, and mass production. The technological changes included the use of new basic materials such as iron, steel, steam engine, electricity, and petroleum. These advancements not only revolutionized transportation and manufacturing, but also played a crucial role in the development of other sciences such as electrical engineering and mechanics. In conclusion, the Industrial Revolution had profound impact on science and technology. It stimulated innovation, scientific discoveries, and revolutionized the way knowledge was generated and shared. The advancements in science and technology during this period laid the foundation for further progress and set the stage for the modern technological era we live in today.
The printing press was the big innovation in communications until the telegraph was developed. Printing remained the key format for mass messages for years afterwards, but the telegraph allowed instant communication over vast distances for the first time in human history. The electric telegraph transformed how wars were fought, how money was spent, and how newspapers conducted businesses. Rather than taking weeks to be delivered by horse and carriage mail carts, pieces of news could be exchanged between telegraph stations almost instantly. Among the most important inventions of the first industrial revolution include the steam engine, the spinning jenny, cotton gin, and the telegraph. This was followed by the second industrial revolution, which saw the advent of the internal combustion engine, controlled electricity, and the light bulb. The Industrial Revolution transformed economies that had been based on agriculture and handicrafts into economies based on large-scale industries. Mechanized manufacturing and the new factory system, new machines, new power sources, and the new ways of organizing work made existing industries more productive and efficient.
The advancement of technology, the contribution of Greek philosophers Thales, Pythagoras, and Aristotle, the revolutionary shift in understanding solar system during the Renaissance and the scientific revolutions, and the transformative impact of industrial revolutions have all played significant roles in shaping human history or understanding toward these developments have a profound impact in various aspects of society to continue to influence our lives. The foundation laid by the great philosophers and the advancements made during these periods have set the stage for further progress and have paved the way for the modern technology era in which we live. Their ideas and mythologies laid the foundation for future scientific advancements and greatly influenced the development of scientific inquiry. The work of these philosophers continues to be studied and appreciated today as their contribution have had lasting impact on the field of science.